He'll be pissed, but I gotta go face him.
Well, first go see your steward before the villagers decide to burn me at the stake. I mean, if you want to, Vulcan.
It'll probably turn into an interrogation pretty quickly. Try not to make it worse for yourself. And don't kill anyone, for starters. Especially if he's wearing red.
That seems reasonable to me, for the moment. I'd rather stay here if you don't mind.
Why? You're not planning to give me the slip by any chance?
I don't like the idea of getting locked up by the Red Scribes again. It might provoke me into a loss of... And I'm sure that you don't want to have to scrape another one of your employers up on...
Well, it's true that I prefer they remain in one piece. All right, fine, you can stay here. But if you do get it in your head to run away, I will find you.
I'm trembling, but yes, I'll...
Did you find this famous beast?
Found it and killed it. But don't hold your breath waiting for its fur for next winter, because I didn't bring it back for you.
Excellent news. I knew the village could count on you.
Actually, not so excellent. Alis is dead.
Dead? But no, that's not possible. Are you sure?
When it doesn't move and it doesn't breathe and it looks at you with an even stupider gaze than one of your guards, that generally means it's dead.
I demand that you show some respect. The Red Scribes are a precious help to us here. Aeolus.
A precious help? Huh. You know the beast didn't get there by accident, right? Your precious friends put it there to guard a woman that they've been secretly holding prisoner.
A woman? In the middle of the swamp? But why would the scribes choose to do such a thing?
Other than the fact that they're walking libraries, we know nothing about their sect. Nobody's got any idea what they're capable of. But everybody keeps their mouths shut because they can do a few tricks. And we never had better doctors. Aeolus was even ready to kill his own daughter to cover up his secrets.
What nonsense is this? How can you make such ridiculous accusations? Am I to understand he died at your hands?
He turned up all alone at the place where I fought the beast. No guide, no escort. He knew, and after coming after Sybil, he tried to kill his captive to shut her up. There was a fight, and he didn't
What mad? What do you know of this prisoner? If Aeolus held her captive, she must have been dangerous.
I don't know much. Edwin isn't exempt.
Well then, you must find out immediately. As of now, she is your... I should deliver her to the Red Scribes without any further ado, yet, after what you have told me, I no longer know what to think. She will be given a fair hearing. Until that time, she never leaves your presence. If there is the least incident, I promise you, you shall...
Okay.
However low your opinion was of Aeolus, he was meant to be looking into a most disturbing matter.
All right, I can see...
There is no guarantee that you have the necessary skills to handle this matter, Freeborn Blade. Even Mirana is flummoxed.
What is it? An epidemic?
That's exactly what I'd like to know. Several of the villagers have been behaving curiously of late. They have become distant, taciturn, and barely react to the world around them.
They're just hungover. You'd know if you got drunk more often, and you look like you need to.
I believe there are a few here who would know the difference. It's something else. They seem very concentrated, as though they are observing us. I fear...
Got it. I'll slap them around a little. That should wake them up.
My goodness. That's not exactly what I had in mind, but I must confess the results interest me more than the...
That's gonna be my method, so let's leave it at that if you don't mind. I'm not helping you because you made puppy eyes at the captain.
As I understand it, some people are behaving even more stupidly than they normally do.
That's right. They have asked me to check it out.
Perfect. I'll come along.
Hang on. What is your interest? Don't tell me it's the pleasure of my company.
Well, it is a rare pleasure following along behind a fire-breathing.
Look, I'm a soldier, you're a whore. What's your stake in all of this?
I've just been desperately hoping that somehow, under that crusty, grimy shell, I would find at least a flicker of intelligence somewhere.
Listening to you, it seems like your kind of intelligence is venomous. You spit poison out with every word. Well, I've always been told that those who are too clever often get caught up in their own traps. So what? Is there something you're not telling me? What are you trying to prove by coming with me?
How perceptive, how brilliant.
Yeah.
All right, but keep it to yourself for the moment. We don't want to start a panic, at least not until we're completely sure of ourselves. It seems to me that I recognize these symptoms, and if I...
What?
I'm not yet certain. We absolutely must inspect and investigate further in order to be...
All right, let's go. I never laid a finger on him, Captain. But if you want my opinion, I think he's...
So you had to kill him? That was our fucking employer.
I didn't kill him. It was this woman.
That's what they told me. That doesn't change the fact that that dish rag of a scribe was our client. And your job was to if he was trying to fuck us over, it's up to me to deal with that. And for a starter, where did this wee tart that's spilling out of her dress come?
She was his prisoner in the swamp. Looks like he was trying to get information out of her, which she obviously didn't give him.
All right, then. Maybe she can be of use to us. I already spoke with the Aeolass's assistant. I need you to get this Edwin woman to talk. I want to know where she's from, who she is, who she works for. All of it. Watch out for the Red Scribes.
Understood, Captain.
If you can find Hawk, tell him to get his arse back here. I sent him out on a recon mission and he still hasn't.
Do you think something happened?
Well, there aren't any decent whorehouses around here, so yes, something may well have...
I'll find him, sir. I'm leaving.
Vulcan, I do.
Captain, have you had any news about...
Are you trying to be funny?
Captain. I'm leaving.
Vulcan, I do love...
You wanted the... Have you heard of...
I've asked...
Captain. Do you think that...
And as soon...
Why did we fall back to the swamp? Do you really think we... I'm leaving. The captain tells me you're keeping an eye on the villagers that are acting weird.
Yes. Look at them. You see that couple? Take a good look at the husband. I've seen liveliers, and they aren't the only ones. There must be at least half a dozen of them. But what bothers me is that if you look closely, you can see they're checking.
But what's wrong with them?
No idea. They look like they're turning into dead walkers, but the odd thing is how they're spread out. You see how they're placed? They can check out most of the village from where they are. I'm almost certain they're scouting the place out for someone. Since you seem interested, you should go and talk to them. Look, I've marked out their positions on the map.
I have a few. See you later.
Vulcan, I do love...
I'm leaving. Good day.
Well,
Do you know what's wrong with him? Have you noticed anything?
Well, of course I noticed. He's the one who's a vegetable, not me.
Sorry to have bothered you. Would you mind if we talk some more?
Well, there's not...
How long ago did he change?
About 3 days ago.
In what way peaceful?
Active? You must be joking. But it's the first time in years I don't have to listen to him whinge. And I don't know which of the gods I have to thank, but he don't snore.
You mean he's sleeping?
Well, he sleeps less, if that's what you mean. I've even caught...
Sorry to have bothered you.
We now know that our strange patients are going out at night. So, let's find out where they're going.
Do you know this woman?
Of course I know her.
What happened to her?
Ask her yourself. She don't talk to me no more. I know.
How long has she been?
It come over her like a dose of the shits a couple of days ago. See, she goes off with Jervis.
I'll be leaving now.
I think we'd better go back and talk to that drunken sot who pretends to be chief of the guard. We need to find out where that expedition is going.
Is it true you killed the beast?
Is it true you quit the booze?
What? Ah, that's a load of bollocks.
I thought so. But I did kill the beast.
Right. Okay, then. You and me, we got off on the wrong foot. We owe you one. That's a man's job you done.
A barfly like you probably...
Flattery?
I'm going.
Look at this. My
A barfly like you...
flatter.
You look like you can probably handle a sword.
Oh, just unlucky, I suppose.
Forget I even asked.
So, I never got to the front. I can't tell you how much I regret that.
What's your opinion of this?
My opinion? Tell the truth, I never liked how he talks, like an elf reject. But he does what he can. Him and me, we ain't always seen eye to eye. For example, if it had been up to me, I'd have driven them refugees back into the swamp.
How is it going with...
I'm not a...
According to the steward, some of the villagers have been acting strange. I found out that they disappeared during the night.
And is that it? I imagine you'll have to follow them to find...
I'm going.
Look at this.
About those villagers, do you have any suggestions?
Hey, I'm not a bloody oracle. Bring me some clues, something concrete, anything. And that...
Okay, I'll come back when I know more. I'm going.
Look at this.
About those villagers... Your man Jervis. The fact that... Right. I'm going.
Look at this.
A barfly like you probably knows a lot.
Flattery.
You look like you could...
So,
What's your... How is it? How well... A bar... About those villagers... Do you have any... It'd be better...
that was a close one. This whole business stinks. If we can't tell the difference between one of these creatures and the villagers, we're totally fucked.